Artificial Intelligence Doctor. User question. Question: can 2 hours of daily exercise reduce law possibility the fibrosis creation caused by a leadless pacemaker? Gemini AI answer. While there is no direct research specifically investigating the impact of daily exercise on fibrosis caused by leadless pacemakers, we can consider the broader effects of exercise on fibrosis in the cardiovascular system to infer potential possibilities. How fibrosis might occur with leadless pacemakers. The implantation of a leadless pacemaker triggers a local inflammatory response in the heart tissue at the site of contact. Over time, this inflammation can lead to the formation of scar tissue, a process known as fibrosis, as the body attempts to heal. The extent of fibrosis can vary between individuals and may depend on factors like the device material, the body's inflammatory response, and the duration of implantation. Potential ways exercise could influence fibrosis. General cardiovascular effects. Anti-inflammatory effects. Regular moderate-intensity exercise has been shown to have systemic anti-inflammatory effects. This could potentially help modulate the initial inflammatory response to the pacemaker implantation, possibly reducing the subsequent fibrotic process. Improve circulation and tissue health. Exercise promotes better blood flow and overall cardiovascular health. This might contribute to a healthier tissue environment around the pacemaker, potentially influencing the way the body reacts to the foreign material. Regulation of growth factors. Fibrosis involves the action of various growth factors. Some studies suggest that exercise can influence the expression and activity of these factors, potentially in a way that could modulate fibrotic processes in the heart. Indirect effects on cardiac remodeling. While leadless pacemakers primarily pace, the presence of scar tissue can affect local electrical conduction and potentially contribute to adverse remodeling over the very long term. Exercise's generally positive effects on cardiac structure and function might indirectly counteract some of these potential long-term effects. Important considerations. Direct evidence is lacking. It's crucial to reiterate that there are no specific studies directly examining the effect of exercise on leadless pacemaker-induced fibrosis. Therefore, the above points are inferences based on the broader effects of exercise on cardiovascular fibrosis in other contexts. Individual variability. The extent of fibrosis after leadless pacemaker implantation and the response to exercise can vary significantly between individuals. Type, intensity, and timing of exercise. The optimal type, intensity, and timing of exercise to potentially influence fibrosis in this context are unknown. Very strenuous exercise might even have pro-inflammatory effects in some individuals. Pacemaker function. Exercise is generally encouraged for individuals with pacemakers, but it's essential to follow the cardiologist's recommendations regarding exercise intensity and any limitations based on the underlying heart condition and pacemaker settings. Conclusion. While 2 hours of daily exercise is generally beneficial for cardiovascular health and has anti-inflammatory effects that could theoretically reduce the possibility of excessive fibrosis around a leadless pacemaker, there is no direct scientific evidence to support this claim specifically. The development of fibrosis is a complex biological process influenced by local tissue reactions to the device. It is essential for individuals with leadless pacemakers to follow their cardiologist's advice on exercise. Attend all scheduled follow-up appointments to monitor device function and overall heart health. Report any unusual symptoms or concerns to their healthcare provider. Further research would be needed to determine if specific exercise regimens can indeed influence the degree of fibrosis associated with leadless pacemakers.